Guys, special guest today, Sam Howell, quarterback one, man.
The one and only.
Yeah, the one and only. First day with the fans out here. How was that?
Dude, it was awesome, man. It was so much fun to come out here for practice and see all the fans and have their support and have their energy the whole time. Practice just makes our job so much more fun. So it's definitely just an ultimate blessing to be a part of this franchise and such an exciting time. So really, just us as players, we're just trying to maximize on this incredible opportunity that we have for sure.
You've had 2 full days of practice. How would you kind of rate your performance through training camp so far?
Yeah, no, I think it's been all right. I think there's obviously definitely some plays I'd like to have back. That's what's practice for, to go in there and learn from my mistakes. But I feel like I'm doing a good job. I feel like I'm showing command and showing that I know what my job is. And I'm doing a better job now in camp of knowing other people's jobs and can get guys lined up and stuff like that. But I feel good about where we are on offense. Obviously, we're going against a really good defense, so it's not going to look clean.
Yeah.
It's not going to look clean all the time. But as long as we go inside and fix our mistakes, then we'll continue to get better.
Sam, tell me how this process been for you, man. I mean, just a couple of, I guess you could say, the whole off season. But let's go back to last year. We saw you show some, flashes in the preseason, and the entire regular season, you were just sitting watching. You was practicing, you put in the reps out here, and then you get thrown to that last game, and it looked like no drop off from the preseason games, but a little step, moving in the right direction. What has that process been like to know that now, after all that, you're the guy coming into this season?
Yeah, no, obviously it was a process I really wasn't expecting to go through last year, especially when I was coming out of college and stuff. I didn't expect to not really play at all my first year in the league. But honestly, man, I just tried to make the most of it. I tried to do my best to learn every single week and try to take advantage of the reps that I got in practice, and just try to keep a positive mindset and just know that it's not about what's happening right now. It's about the long-term goals. And so I just try to get better each and every day. And I feel like I learned a lot last year, and I was able to get an opportunity the last game to go out there and show what I'm capable of doing. And then just try to carry that momentum into the offseason and come back here this spring and show that I can really be the guy to lead this franchise back to where we want to be.
No.
Talk about the success you had last year. They say, does it translate now with the new offense? Were there some things that you learned last year that apply, kind of helped you be a better pro coming into this camp? Learning this offense and kind of adjusting to this Eric Bieniemy West Coast offense?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, there's definitely some similarities, some things I learned. Sure. I think just my knowledge of football just grew last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And knowledge of defense, that stuff doesn't change no matter what offense you're doing, and being able to see things pre and post snap, that stuff doesn't change no matter what system you're in. So definitely things like that. And from a fundamental standpoint, I think my feet got a lot better last year with Coach Zampese. I thought he did an awesome job coaching me through that stuff. So I think I'm definitely a better player than I was when I got here. And although there's a lot of differences in the offenses that we're running, there definitely is some similarities from what I can take from my game last year to this year.
You mentioned your feet and the footwork. You talked about that the other day in your press conference. For the fans, we're trying to can you take us deeper into that and get an understanding of when you talk about improving your footwork and how that has led to you being a better quarterback?
Yeah, so the main thing coming out of college was we did a different type of drop back in college. We did what's called a back pedal drop. So your shoulders stay straight to the line of scrimmage.
Square to scrimmage.
Square to the line of scrimmage. And so but the traditional way to drop is your left shoulder will be square to the line of scrimmage. So obviously that stuff is different from what we did in college. Nothing that was too crazy, but just trying to get comfortable with that, and I feel really comfortable with that now. And then now it's just as far as matching my feet up to the concepts that we're running and knowing, to throw this route, it should be on 3 steps and a hitch. You know what I'm saying? To throw this route 5 steps and a hitch, and if it's not there, I got to move on. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like I've come a long way, and I feel really good about where I'm at.
I always wanted to ask this question to the young quarterbacks that I play with. I play with a slew of them. Jason Campbell, Kirk Cousins, RG3. What is that pressure like for the quarterback? Not saying that the receiver or the tight end is going to get on you or hop on you for bad throws, but how is that to you guys, knowing that I'm a young guy, but I also got to lead these men to have the best season they can have or have production in what we're doing each time I'm on the field? Do you take on that pressure? Do you feel any pressure, knowing that you have a pretty much a huge task?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the main thing for me is I hold myself to a very high standard, and what comes from that is I'm not too worried about making other people happy. I want to make my teammates feel like they can trust me and are confident in me. But it starts from me being very, very confident in my own abilities and having very high standards for myself and just holding myself to that high standard. And I think my teammates see that. And I just try to come in here every day and just try to do my best and try to give my teammates everything I got. And I think they've been able to see that so far. And I play with some really good guys, especially my skill guys on offense, man. There's some talented guys, and they hear from me all the time. All I'm trying to do is just try to help them, try to get the ball in their hands and try to give them. I'm going to give this team, this organization, everything I got. And I just try to come in here and prove it every day.
All right, we don't want to take up too much of your time, but one more question. Talking about those guys you're working with, Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuels, how has been working with guys who are like excellent pros? What have you learned from them, and how has that relationship been coming along?
Yeah, they're so good, man. It was so much fun to be here last year and just sit back and watch because I really didn't get to throw to them at all. And the whole time I'm like, dang, man, I wish I could throw to these guys. Dang, I wish I could throw to these guys. Like, I didn't throw a pass to Terry until the last preparation week for Dallas. Wow. So just stuff like that, man. It's been so much fun to grow with those guys, and we spent a little bit of time together in the off season, and it's been so much fun. They're all hungry, man. They all want to be great. They all want to win. And Terry, it starts with Terry. I mean, he's the leader in that room. He's such a great guy. He's so down to earth, and he just wants to get better, and he's just a great leader in that room, and all those guys kind of follow him. So it's just been so much fun to work with those guys.
Sam, thank you so much for your time. You said they're great. We hope that you're going to be great too, and good luck with the rest of training camp.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you, buddy.
For sure.